Hello, my fellow Ghoul Renegade, and welcome back to a brand new video of Ghoulish Reacts. And today we are back, diving in once again to the AAVARION Show. So in the last episode, we ended up meeting a new guest on the show, quote unquote, or the podcast, as Mason put it, because he can't decide whether it's a TV show, whether it's a podcast, and I'm assuming, in my mind, that something more is going on here, which, of course, in the last episode, I was right. We ended up meeting a new guest known as Vinka, and she started talking about the goth aesthetics. We did another photo shoot, but all of a sudden, throughout bits and points in the show, a weird siren would start to play. And all of a sudden, Vinka would go into these manic episodes where she would just all of a sudden start forgetting things. Like a weird form of amnesia would just suddenly sweep over her. She couldn't even tell how she got to the show, why she got to the show, or even where she was at certain points in time. And Mason, with his top-tier gaslighting, would try to convince her that everything was just fine and dandy and okay, when in reality, it was not. So in the last video, I kind of theorized that the whole AAVARION Show might just be a cover for something darker, maybe some type of dark experiment happening within some type of laboratory facility that I can't exactly pin down yet, but it seems like we're kind of heading in that direction. Now, whether I'm going to be correct or not, I guess we'll see. Anyway, the video that we're going to be reacting to today is called Onboarding Program, created by the AAVARION Show. Without further ado, let's get into it.
What?
VL. Okay? Employee onboarding. So I'm going to assume the VL might stand for Varian Labs, like AAVARION Show. This session is mandatory, but will be viewed on your current device. Oh, so we look like we're an employee.
Alive.
Let's see. Once prompted by your onboarding guide, you will continue to the next available device for further training. Okay. So we must be an employee of this lab. The guide is one of 3 that has been recorded by one of our benefactors. The rest were finalized by Matthew Henderson. Oh, hello, Matthew. Deceased. Jeez. Okay. Training will begin now.
Initiating recording program.
Okay.
Documentation recording test of alarms for laboratory systems, including tonal variations and audio cues designated for individual facility sectors.
Huh.
This test is primarily for practice and does not serve as a final assessment or determination of your career path.
Alright.
In each slide, an audio cue will play. You will be the judge of what the audio source is.
Okay.
A variety of options will appear on screen for you to choose from.
Alright.
The answer you think best describes the audio cue will need to be said out loud for our recording devices to hear you clearly.
Got you.
You will be prompted with this sound. To speak loudly.
Alright.
If you hear this sound in reply, this means the recording was picked up and registered.
Okay.
If, however, you hear this sound instead,
Okay. Oh, it's glitching out.
it means the recording was not received,
Gotcha.
and you will need to answer again.
Okay.
In this test, we will only cover 4 mandatory alarms that you
4, but it switched to 3, and that 3 was in orange. Orange pops up again.
will need to know the background of upon working in the laboratory. Let's begin. Alarm 1.
Orange. How am I supposed to know?
If you chose the answer, decontamination alarm, you were correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
This alarm is only for on-site medics to assist with decontamination chamber protocols.
Okay.
Please return back to your work and continue on unless you were appointed as an on-site aide.
Alright.
Alarm 2.
Okay. Alright. Corporate inspection, maybe? Or maybe electrical use?
Sorry, I didn't get that. We're materialized. If you chose the answer, Corporate inspection.
I
You
was
were
right.
correct.
Let's go.
This alarm signifies an oncoming inspection of the overall laboratory, led by
Orange.
leading members of Variant Communications.
Variant Communications.
Alarm 3.
Yeah, we saw Variant in the last video. They were at the beginning of the episode. Hazardous material spill.
If you chose the answer, hazardous material spill,
Let's go. I'm
you were
2 for 2,
correct.
baby.
This alarm is to be taken seriously, as a hazardous material spill can affect everyone and anyone within the laboratory, especially anyone near the actual leak zone. Please seek your nearest
Don't let this
director
be you.
and take evacuation or aid precautions carefully.
And so, okay, so now they're reinforcing my laboratory theory. So this is taking place in some type of facility of some time. There's some type of lab. Well, yeah, it is a lab. I'm gonna assume it's called Variant Labs because, like, Variant Labs. So this is a lab facility.
Do you hear that? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you hear that?
Here,
There's the alarm again. Orange.
Alarm.
Oh, this one's unnamed.
Alarm.
Error, media not found. Oh, so
that noise?
the hazardous spill wasn't it.
I'm sorry. One more time. We're sorry. Management should have done a better job at keeping us together. Now we're together as one. If you chose the answer, you were correct. Error. This alarm file is currently processing. Processing.
Whoa, okay, that was a creepy face. Huh, that was interesting what he said. Should have done a better job at keeping us together. Now we're together. Together as one. Cryptic, creepy. I like it. And also that dude's face was screaming. And he said this alarm is processing. So the alarm that we were hearing, the fourth alarm, the redacted, we'll just call it the redacted alarm, wasn't the hazardous spill. I thought it was. Okay. So it's an entirely different alarm. But we don't know what the purpose of it is. Yet.
Warning. File not found. New data has not been entered in. Please contact system administrator.
Please contact Adrian James Carter II, Talon Vox, and Butch Wilhelm. We should remember those names. Those names might be important later.
For assistance.
They seem like higher-ups at this Variant Labs place. Okay, so that was the end of the episode. Very interesting. So this whole episode took place in the point of view of a Variant Labs worker, an employee, being tested upon all the different alarms and procedures that are being taken by this lab facility. Which I'm assuming this is the same company, the same corporation that is overseeing the AAVARION Show, of course. Because I don't believe the show is being, done in a studio. I am now solely on the mindset that it is being done in a laboratory and that every guest, every person, and even Mason himself, they're all part of this big experiment. Now, whatever this experiment is meant to do, whatever they're trying to achieve, it's working. Whatever it is, it's working. It may not be affecting Mason directly as this moment, but he has a role to play in this. Don't know exactly what that is. But we're going to find out. This is very interesting. 3 episodes in, and this has gotten way more interesting. I can see why my buddy DNC, why he really likes this series, and I can see it. Because he's having me pause every couple of seconds just to look for Easter eggs and fun little stuff, which I don't mind doing. I do that normally. But Unfortunately, guys, that is all the time that I have today for this video, so please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos. Make sure to follow my social media links down in the description below to join the Ghoul Renegade. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!